Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Roma have scraped past at Venezia, and they have gotten an important win in their run up to that, in their race to qualify for those European places as they defeat Venezia 1-0. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, it was quite an entertaining game, to be very honest with you. I thought, in my prediction, I said that it was going to be a tough game, but I still felt that because the way that Roma have been playing for the last month or so, since Ranieri has, taken charge, even after Ranieri's, start to the or his term at Roma, the beginning period was not that good, but the last month or month or so have been really good for Roma. They have been winning games. They have not lost for a long time, so it has been really good for them. And I thought that momentum was going to carry them in this game. And to be very honest with you, I think that was the momentum that carried them in this game. Venezia, I will give them huge credit. They really did not sit back and let Roma have their fun with it. If they were the home side, they knew how important this game was. They cannot really afford to drop more points. They are in the relegation battle. They are fighting for their lives, and they really played a good football, to be very honest with you. I think they created good enough chances. The way that they moved the ball, they had like 3 or 4 very close penalty shots, penalty claims that the referee did not give, and the VAR in their opinion was not a penalty. They were very close calls. Some of them were like almost 50-50, where they could have gotten one or two. Maybe it could have gone on any other day, it could have gone their way as well. But overall, I really don't think that they can really be talk about those penalty incidents, that was the reason that they lost the game. I think both the teams were almost same as well as as the game went by. I think Venezia, they had majority of the possession. They created good amount of chances as well. They were just not really able to do something with that, if I'm being very honest with you. I mean, the chances were not the final touch was missing for Venezia. I think that was the problem for them today. Apart from that, I think they really played really good football. They were it felt just like one of those days, especially if you were a Roma fan. Like Venezia, they had a majority of the possession, but the chances that they were creating, they were not really good. Roma, on the other hand, they really did not have that much of a ball. They let Venezia have the ball, they let them play, and they tried to hit them on the counter attack, and they were really successful. They came close like 4 or 5 times. Making sure that a goalkeeper had a really a tough time to hit him. He made a couple of great saves, and at one time, as a Roma fan, you would have thought that this was going to be one of those games where you are going to create a lot of chances, but it's not going to happen for you. It felt like that. The game was going in that way. But then again, Roma come back and they get a penalty. Again, it was, you could say, a soft penalty. It was almost in a way similar to the one that Venezia did not get and Roma got away. So that is something that they can, maybe Venezia can talk about. But Roma get the penalty. Up steps Pablo Diabla. He has not scored for about 5 or 6 games, and he dispatches the penalty. A very good penalty from Diabla. And Roma take the lead early on in that second half. And that was basically it. It just felt like a start-stop game. It did not like like one team really did not have momentum. You cannot say that Roma had the control of the game or Venezia had the control of the game. No, it just felt like it was a 5 to 7 minutes period where Roma would do something, and then the moment then the next 5 to 7 minutes would be Venezia, and then Roma, like none of them had like a complete control for a longer period of the game. That is why it just felt. Sometimes you have these assignments when you have to submit your assignments, and then you don't really know what to do, and you just put your pieces together and you just say it, and even the teachers know that you have the assignments. It has been just put in the last place. This game felt like that. Like it felt like the players were confused from both the sides. They really didn't know what to do. So it was just a back and forth between both of the sides, and we really did not get to see something of substantial of substance from both the sides. It was quite a weird game, if I'm being very honest with you. Or like yeah, as I said, it was quite a weird game. You really did not get to see something spectacular, something good from either of the side. I don't think Roma played to their potential. I don't think Venezia even played to their potential. I would just say that Venezia, with the ball, they were really good. Off the ball, they really did not do anything. And again, my point being, like, I really don't know what to do, what to say, to be very honest with you, because it was a very poor game in the end. Like, it was not a good watch, if I'm being very honest with you. It was quite a boring game of football as well. Roma were good on their counter attacks a couple of times, but apart from that, even that was not something, really interesting that you can say about. They just, in a way, they get that penalty and they get the 3 points. They in a way, it ended up being their day. Did they deserve to win this game? I really don't think so. I think this game literally was a draw. But to be very honest with you, in my mental now, it has to be the worst game of the weekend. I have seen a lot of games from Friday. We are watching games, and I think this was probably one of the worst games in Europe, if I'm being very honest. Like, it was very, very poor. So in the end, Venezia, they lost the game, and it is a big, big defeat yet again. Especially, I keep on saying, like, losing again, if you're not playing good and you lose a game, and the other team is playing really good football and you lose a game, I sort of accept. But losing this game, I think this is gonna hurt Venezia quite a lot. Not just because because of how tight the league is there, and there's another game where they have dropped points, but mentally as well, because they would feel that Roma did not do anything spectacular to win the game. Roma really did not push them, or really did not play anything special kind of football, that they went ahead and won the game. They themselves know that both of them were on the same level, both of them were crap, and somehow still Roma ended up getting the win. So Venezia are going to be really pissed off and angry about that as well. But they cannot really let these defeats get to them. They need to continuously rise up to and concentrate on the next game, because now we are approaching the end part of the season, and because of how tight, and I don't think any of the other teams around them won the games as well. So I think that's the only positive that they can take. Monza are going to play later on against Lazio. I don't think they are going to win as well. So I think the only positive they can take the only positive they can take Venezia is that the other teams around them did not win, so they still have a chance. I still think they are one of the teams that can survive that drop. It is really tight. You cannot really be sure about any team, but I think Venezia might end up being safe, so they really need to concentrate on that. Roma, on the other hand, they would be really, really happy. They know, Ranieri knows, and the players know that they were really, really poor today, and just somehow got away with it. Really did not deserve to win that game, in my opinion. They were quite poor. They would say that we created a good number of chances on our counter attacks, and I agree, but still, like, I really don't think that those chances were that good enough that you can say that we deserve to win the game. I think it was quite a balanced game. Quite a poorly balanced game. It was a balanced game, but it was quite a poor game. It was a really bad game of football, and in the end, Roma somehow got the win. They keep on getting these wins, and they are putting the pressures to the teams above them. I still have a sneaky feeling that they might somehow sneak in into those European places, and everybody is going to be surprised, especially after the mess that they were in until Ranieri came. He is doing an amazing job, and I think it will be an interesting and exciting end to the season for Roma and their fans. And I will not be surprised if they end up being in Europe next season. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Venezia's performance, what you guys thought of Roma's performance. Do you think Venezia are going to be safe, or do you think they are going to go down? And do you think Roma can qualify for Europe or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of February, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.